Today I'm looking at Kaito's KA500 Voyager. If this looks like other Kaito products, you'll be half right. It's got a lot of the features that some Kaito products have, and then some features that others don't have. So let me take you through this hand crank radio. First of all, this is pretty typical of Kaito's offerings. They're masters of the hand crank generator. They're masters of hand crank emergency radios that could go in a 72-hour kit or bug out bag. This one's no exception. The hand crank mechanism on this is very quiet compared to other Kaitos, and what this means in practice is that if you have to do this in a location where people might be able to hear you, they won't so much with this radio. On the front of the radio you have a couple of dials, and essentially this one here controls the weather band. So this is a full weather band radio. It gets 7 bands, I'm sorry, in your area, depending on where you happen to live. Then here we have the control for the main bands of the radio, which is your AM, FM, and then 2 shortwave bands. This radio here doesn't get as many shortwave frequencies as Kaito's other radios do, but it'll still get the main group for the United States and the rest of the world. Additionally, this radio does a little bit more than just function as a radio. It also functions as a personal device charger. And on that note, you have a knob here that gives you the choice of what batteries you're drawing off of. So you can essentially draw off of the internal battery right here, or conventional dry cells that you could put in this compartment right here, or a DC adapter that's not included. And I actually wish Kaito would have included a DC adapter with this. It is sold separately though. Or you can draw off of the hand crank, which charges the internal nickel metal hydride batteries. Right here you have controls for the radio itself, the knob, and all you have to do to use the radio is select where you're drawing your power from and then tune as you would normally. This right now is set to shortwave. If I want to get some, I set it to AM, and I just tune as normally. It's got a nice sound to it for a little radio like this. Also up top here you have another switch that turns on the forward facing flashlight. It also turns into a little red emergency signal light. This isn't very bright. I'm not really sure what the point of this is, but it has it. It doesn't take away from the radio. Then back here you have your emergency work reading light. Now on my example, this is quite floppy. Others haven't been that way, but it's still a good 5 LED light. And then lastly, what you're looking at here is a solar panel, and it will charge in direct sunlight. So that's another great feature. Kaito also puts the antenna in an up-down scenario here, so it's rigid. This is not likely to break off. And basically you have a little carrying strap that rounds out the whole device. Included in the kit are a set of headphones, a set of common adapters for most cell phones and tablets. I found this to be quite a comprehensive set, and a charging cable. All of these hook up to the back panel on the Kaito right here, which gives you access to the USB port, and this can be set to either in or out, so it can charge or receive from these areas. Overall, the KA500 is pretty basic but fantastic radio.